Hello everyone, I'm Saurabh, working as Customer Success Manager for over a year with ARC Advisory Group India. In this video, I'll be discussing with Mr. Hemanth on his recently published study, Industrial Automation Systems in Data Center. We will cover the context like scope of the study, supplier landscape, key factors, strategies, etc. So, I welcome Hemanth to join us in the session. Hello Hemanth.
Hi Saurabh. Hello everyone. I am working as a research analyst for the market research industry. I work in the sustainability and energy transition team.
Thank you, Hemanth, for the short intro. Regarding the study, Industrial Automation Systems in Data Center, what is the scope of this market?
Hmm. Thank you, Saurabh. This question will give a good understanding of the report to everyone. Let me try answering it briefly. Industrial automation systems in data center refers to the components and systems employed to operate various support functions of a data center, including HVAC, power management, cooling, security, and access control. Coming to the scope comprises all three hardware, software, and service revenues. The main hardware components required for industrial automation in a data center are controllers, AC drives, low voltage control gears, and industrial PC. These components are the backbone of the study. The software segment includes human machine interface software, also known as visualization software, which is commonly used in factory and process plants. This study also includes services related to industrial automation like installation and maintenance services rendered by suppliers of hardware mentioned previously. That is about the scope and about the study.
Thank you, Hemanth, for the briefing. With that, let me move on to the next question, which is, what is the supplier landscape for this market?
Yeah, coming to the supplier landscape, leading suppliers of industrial automation systems in data center include many major suppliers of industrial automation and services like Siemens, Schneider Electric, ABB, and some of the other notable suppliers include Danfoss and Johnson Controls. These are main automation equipment suppliers which offer a broad range of product portfolio. These suppliers have a well-positioned portfolio in controllers, AC drives, and IPC too.
Great to know about the leading suppliers who are being part. Can you go through the key growth factors?
Yeah, this is a pretty common question I get, but it has a very volatile answer which keeps updating every now and then. Let me tell you a few important ones among many other factors. The increased adoption of data-hungry technologies around the globe, like cloud, IoT, AI, machine learning, and autonomous driving technology, is driving the growth of data center capacity. Businesses are adopting multi-cloud architecture to meet workload demands, maintain security compliance, and prevent data loss or downtown caused by specific component failure. Some of the other notable contributing factors will be mega trends such as urbanization, the expansion of the middle class, increased internet usage, and the emergence of advanced wireless technologies with 5G capabilities. These are some of the key success factors or growth factors.
Understood. Understood. Now, as you have mentioned about the success factors, can you point out if there are any inhibiting factors?
Yeah, it is very thoughtful of you to include the inhibitors in this discussion, Saurabh. One of the factors which makes a huge difference is the high capital costs of industrial automation. Like industrial automation solutions may have a higher upfront cost. However, data centers are long life assets. So the only realistic cost comparison looks at the total cost ownership over the life of the asset. The higher levels of reliability and redundancy of industrial automation solutions help reduce unexpected downtime. Coming to some of the other significant barriers include cybersecurity threats, the substantial cost of establishing data centers, and the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict also.
Thank you, Hemanth, for explaining both the factors. My next question will be, what strategy would you recommend to a buyer of the system?
One of the most important factors to remember for a buyer of these systems is checking the supplier's relevant experience and diversifying them. Like data center solutions are new terrain for automation suppliers. Only a handful of automation suppliers have solutions for data centers. So diversification is not easy. The main differentiator may be the acceptance of the supplier's brand in the target market. Large automation suppliers tend to dominate their home markets, so it makes sense to offer different brands for different regions. And some of the additional strategies will involve prioritizing suppliers that embrace digitalization and placing a strong emphasis on built-in cybersecurity measures.
Thank you, Hemant. Great that you pointed out the most relevant answer for this question. Any other key trends or points you would like to share with our audience?
Even this question will have answers that keep changing over time. The most important trend to remember currently is that there is a lot of increased investment in building data centers. Over the past decade, we have seen a spike in the number of data centers in the world, and many multinational companies have announced plans to invest in building new data centers over the next decade. Due to the increase in the need for storing and analyzing large amounts of data securely, this has. And some of the other noteworthy trends to focus on include the rise of remote operation and digital services, the deployment of 5G networks, and the surge in e-commerce activities which is happening.
Thank you, Hemant, for the briefing. Before we conclude, let me ask on behalf of our audience that how can buyers as in supplier, asset owners, service or providers be benefited of this study?
Okay, that is a difficult question to answer, Saurabh, as there are a lot of benefits for someone who wants to subscribe to this report. But let me try telling you a few of them. This ARC Advisory Group report provides numerous benefits for the buyers, like the accuracy of the data and the forecast that has been captured. This market analysis report provides a concise analysis of the market for industrial automation systems used in data centers. It also has information on market size, growth, and key trends that are pushing and pulling the space. Some of the major suppliers across the globe are identified and strategy points are also discussed. The focus of this market report is on industrial automation systems used in the gray space of the data center, like UPS, transformers, cooling systems, generators, HVAC, security, etc. The report also offers strategic market insights, enabling the suppliers or end users to make well-informed decisions in the dynamically evolving market scenario. I hope that answers your question.
Once again, thank you for providing the insight on this study, Industrial Automation Systems in Data Center. This will cover most of our customer queries, and if in need for further information, I ask our audience to visit our website, www.arcweb.com. Also, you can fill in our contact info form from our website to reach out to us directly. Once again, thank you, Hemanth, and thanks to our audience for watching the video.
Thank you for taking time to talk to me and for the informative discussion, Saurabh. I will look forward to future discussions on various reports. Thank you, audience.
Sure. Thank you.
If you like what you saw in this video and want more informative content, be sure to like, comment, and hit the notification bell below. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again, folks. We really appreciate the time, and we'll see you in the next video.